The Smiling Man. It was around 1 a.m. when I was walking home from a friend's house. I live in a small town, and it's not uncommon for the streets to be completely empty at night. The streetlights cast long, eerie shadows on the pavement as I made my way down the familiar route. About halfway home, I noticed a figure in the distance, under the dim glow of a streetlight. As I got closer, I could make out that it was a man. He was unusually tall and had an odd posture, slightly hunched over with his head tilted down. But what struck me most was his smile. It was an impossibly wide, unnerving grin that seemed to stretch from ear to ear. I felt a chill run down my spine but convinced myself it was just a late-night wanderer, someone like me. I continued walking, quickening my pace a little. As I passed him, I kept my head down and avoided eye contact. But out of the corner of my eye, I could see him turn his head to follow my movements. That smile never left his face. A few minutes later, I dared to glance back. To my horror, the man was now walking behind me, matching my pace perfectly. His movements were strange, almost unnatural, like a puppet on strings. The smile seemed to grow even wider, if that was possible. Panic began to set in. I took out my phone and called my friend, whispering into the receiver that I was being followed. My friend told me to stay calm and that they'd come to meet me halfway. I felt a little reassured and kept walking, keeping an eye on the man behind me. I turned the corner onto a darker, quieter street, hoping to lose him. But as I looked back, he was still there, now closer than before. His eyes were fixed on me, and his grin seemed almost predatory. I broke into a run, my heart pounding in my chest. I could hear his footsteps behind me, quick and light, almost playful. I ran faster, not daring to look back again. The street seemed to stretch endlessly in front of me. I finally saw the silhouette of my friend in the distance, and felt a surge of relief. As I reached my friend, I turned around one last time. The man was gone. Vanished into thin air. My friend looked at me, confused and concerned. I tried to explain what had happened, but it sounded so absurd, even to my own ears. We walked the rest of the way together, my friend trying to reassure me that it was probably just someone messing around. But I couldn't shake the feeling of those eyes on me, that smile etched into my memory. I haven't seen the smiling man since that night, but sometimes, when I'm alone and the streets are quiet, I can feel that same chill run down my spine. And I can't help but glance over my shoulder, just in case.